Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Suikoden. Since last time, I just went and gambled with Gaspar until now I have just about max money. I thought that was pretty nice. Now, let's continue on. So, looks like everybody who really matters is gathered in here. Victor, yep, we really have been. That's for sure. Flick. Fortress of Lorimar lies the warrior's village where I was born. Okay, that's nice. 4,000 soldiers remain at the Fortress of Lorimar. Okay. Looks like we're going to be taking out the Fortress of Lorimar. Sure sounds like. Lepant would like to talk to us. Well, we'll talk to Kasumi first. Okay. Ah, the music returns! We liberated the remains of Quanda Roseman and Milich Oppenheimer in the west. Liberation Army continues to increase in force daily. Meanwhile, insurgencies are breaking out all over the land, and the Imperial Army has its hands full. This is probably because of the news of the defeat of Tia McDowell's army is spreading. The Empire is gathering together all of its rural forces. As a result, several regions are poorly protected. Our best plan would be to catch the Imperial Army off guard and unite the various rebel factions throughout the country. I would assume that this means that... This doesn't make a lot of clear sense to me. So they're gathering together all their rural forces. Does this mean that they're gathering them from the country and then concentrating them in the capital? Or does this mean that they're gathering them from the country to protect the capital areas of each region? Because I guess certain regions would be poorly protected if they're largely rural, but what value is that to us? Since we are a rebel army, I guess typically the rural areas have been traditionally strongholds of such things, but I don't know. It's a bit odd to me, but anyway. Yeah, I agree too. Imperial troops were seen pulling out of the Lorimar region. Okay, wonderful. Even Humphrey is speaking and saying I agree. 4,000 soldiers is very bad. Let's do it. Let's just go. Yeah. So, major battle time. Or not. Oh, well, you know, the most important people of the army come straight up to the wall. Seems logical. You know, Mathio, the leader, Victor, Flick, Cleo. Obviously, these people would all be right at the wall. Okay. Kasumi is scouting the place. And I wish I could do that, dang. That's weird. Yeah, what the heck is going on? Okay. So, we have Victor. Okay, what the hell is happening here? Good question. We just did. Yeah, well, it's been a long time since we used you, Cleo. Okay, so we have mandatory members of Victor and Cleo for this area. And for the rest of the scouting party, I'm going to just use mostly the same people I used last time. And the only reason I'm doing that is so that I can basically take their weapons and stuff. That's really it. So I need Milich. And I need Kai. I'm not going to use Stallion for this part, because I don't believe he has anything of real value. But I need to deal with their inventory and so forth. Oops. No change. Yes, I'm satisfied with the lineup. Okay. Alright, Matthew. Have a good time. Now let's change the formation so that it isn't insane. Yeah, this is fine. No, but... Okay. We're ready to go. First thing we want to do is just leave the fortress this way. Might as well. Next thing we want to do is go back inside. Here's this guy who wasn't there just a moment ago. Kirk. My job is cutting off the heads of criminals, but as you see, business has been slow. I don't know. Looks like a lot of dead people. Let's get it. All I can do is cut off heads. That's all I know. Are you sure? Why not? We need an executioner. Yeah, he'll enjoy this. Okay. And getting an executioner is pretty good. No complaints here. Okay, now we're in the Lorimar region, which is to the south of Milich's domain. You can see the Solari Prison and also Luikon's Hermitage over there. Let's go in here. Warrior's Village. So this is where Flick was born. Hicks. Don't go, Tengar. Okay. You'll get eaten. Well, that sounds bad. Are they from dwarves? Your sword isn't even named yet. Blood-sucking. What are we, in Castlevania? Castle? This sounds like Castlevania to me. This girl sounds crazy. Zorak. That's a name of all names. I told you to stay in the house. We're a bad girl. What if Necklord shows up? That... Necklord? Okay. Okay. When did you see us? Bear. Everybody calls him a bear. Yep. Okay. So apparently there's somebody named Necklord who has a castle who might bloodsuck people, and Victor knows who he is. But before we follow them, let's do our thing where we talk to people. Klon Temple. Okay, we know a guy named Klon. He just says the name of things, but... Famous for the village chief's lengthy speeches. Oh boy. Sounds good. Let's go to the item shop. Talk to the proprietor here. Yeah, they have some good stuff. Champion's Crystal, 200,000 bits, but no more feeble enemies, which I guess is nice. We can also buy these red flower seeds. Let's do that. Yeah, let's give that to Cleo. And I can finally buy lightning crystals. Awesome. Let's go talk to this guy. My name is Window. I'm not a warrior yet. Actually, I don't even want to be a warrior. I want to build stained glass window. Okay. Well, let's remember him for later. Actually, I'm going to go talk to him again. He seems like he'll probably give us some more information. Maybe not. Anyway, he's a character we can eventually recruit, but not quite yet. Let's go in the inn here. Just see what they've got. Yeah, we don't need to ever stay in any inns at all, but we can talk to this guy. This castle is southwest of here. Okay, Necklord's castle. Sounds like a bad dude, I guess. But he's not one of the Imperial generals, so we don't really know anything about Necklord. Oh, look who it is! It's our bro, Marco. Hey. So, that's cool. And guess what? Marco's pattern is exactly the same as the beginning of the game, so if you happen to remember that, it'll be the same. So I'm gonna just make sure that it's on the left. It should be. Nope, it's in the middle. Okay. That's a bit strange. So, you can just do this. Hey, it's in the middle. That's cool. Let's do it another time. This is how you recruit him. You have to win 5,000 bits. I'm not going to do 100 for very long. Okay, Marco. Middle twice. Okay, that's cool. So now that we know your pattern, Marco, what we'll do is we'll quit. And we will bet 10,000 bits. And recruit you in one fell swoop. Well, not looking good here. I don't know what's the deal with Marco right now, but he's being a jerk. Luckily I have so much money that it just totally doesn't matter. Yep, so the beginning of the game, the pattern, I believe, if I recall, was right, 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 left. So I missed right one time. Oh well. and it should be right again. I can't quite remember what the pattern was. Yeah, but okay, I win. I recruited Marco. Joy. Yep. Yeah, now so we finally get Marco in our fortress, and we can use him to make money in much the same way as we did at the beginning of the game. However, Gaspar is much faster. Marco is significantly more reliable, but Gaspar is faster, so I will just be using Gaspar. So, Flick has not been home for 5 years. Okay, well, let's talk to this guy. I see. That explains why they were talking about Hicks's sword not being named. This is Moose. He is another blacksmith. Yeah. Here Mose joined up. So he knows Mose. So what we need to bring all of the blacksmiths we have with us to recruit Moose. And he is the second best blacksmith in the game. So let's get Moose. That's what we're going to do right away. Because obviously we want to use him to upgrade our weapons to level 15. So let's do that. But we'd rather would have him in our fortress than here. And we can do that in a moment. But I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade everybody's weapon. And this is why I went to Gaspar. Look how much money I've already spent just upgrading Mamba and Victor. Ridiculous sums of money. I mean, it starts to get absurd around this amount of time. In fact, I'm probably gonna spend all the money I just earned just upgrading everybody's weapon. Which is too bad, but what can I do? Yeah, and Cleo is far away too. Cleo is not even close. She was like level 9. Oof, man. She hadn't upgraded her weapon, I guess, since the Dwarven area. Seems like even before that. I guess I must have like pulled her out at some point to get her without remembering it. Oh well. I don't even know if I can afford this. Nope, I cannot. Oh wow. So, I can't even afford upgrading all of their weapons to the level 15. Even though I had max money just a moment ago. In any event, now that we've seen that, we want to head out. And we want to use the blinking mirror to get back to the fortress. There's several things we want to do here. First thing we want to do is we want to go to Rock and deposit everything that we don't need. As always. Usual sort of stuff. Not that unusual. Go to Rock. Say, hey, I don't really need this ninja shield seating, whatever. I don't need any of that stuff. But what I really don't need is I don't need the Earthrune piece. I don't need the Old Book Volume 8. The red flower seeds we do want to keep. And what we will do is we will take those and put those on Victor and Cleo. So we have red flower seeds on Cleo, we have nothing on Victor. We can take the seeds we've already bought at this point, and we're going to use them pretty soon. So put them on Cleo and put them on Victor, because those are our mandatory members for this area. Next, we want to go drop the other 3 members. We want to drop Kai and Kirkus and all of them, because we want to put in the 3 blacksmiths. And we want to do that by talking to Sanchez, as always. So yes, we want to change. And we're going to eject Milich and Kai and Kirkus. And we're going to admit... if I can find these dudes. Mose, Moss, and Mies. Perfect. Now, those are the blacksmiths, and we've got them all on our troop. Now we want to head back to Warriors Village. We did manage to get Marco, so that's cool. And we finally want to get all the way back to Warriors Village. For some reason, it isn't where it should be. Okay. Now that we're in Warriors Village, we want to go to where Moose was, which was in here. And recruit him. Moss, Moose, Moes, you've all joined the Liberation Army. Perfect, we got Moose. And now we have a really good blacksmith at our fortress, the best one in the game that we can use for quite some time. There is one better blacksmith in the game, but we won't get him for quite a while. Finally, we want to do the last thing, which is to go into the armor store and just look at what they have. They have some better helmets, and they have dragon armor for our guys, which we don't have on anyone right now, so we will want to get that stuff. And the full armor is useful for characters who are very heavy armor based, but we don't have any of those characters in our party for now. I'm going to cut the episode off here, and I will be back. I'm going to get more money, and I'm going to go back to the fortress and switch out my members. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Suikoden, and I will see you later.